Hey there, my friend. This is Dave Sharp, and welcome back to the water section. As we progress through this fishing formula, we've come to the place now that we need to sort of look at the liquid landscape, if you will. Look out into the universe, into these various different bodies of water here on planet Earth. I guess not quite the universe. We can just focus here on planet Earth for now, because there's plenty of billions of different people that we can look at here in these various different bodies of water, and we can say, where are you? Where art thou, target prospect? Okay, I'm going to get serious here. Look, if you were to imagine that the globe, the Earth, had these various different bodies of water, we could probably say, okay, Facebook is the Atlantic Ocean and YouTube is the Pacific Ocean, right? TikTok is the Gulf of Mexico. I don't want to start naming too many other different oceans because I might embarrass myself and show just how little I paid attention in that class. But I think you get the point, right? We need to know, man, like, what are the specific platforms that these target customers hang out on? Like, where should I go and begin to develop my marketing strategy? Because in developing that marketing strategy, I need to understand the platform. I need to understand how to market on the platform. Because once we move from really getting clear about the language, the story, the conversation, the vocabulary, and the specific stories that are going to be most effective in communicating and reaching and engaging that target customer, I now need to also begin to develop an understanding of how to interact with that specific person on a specific platform. Each platform out here works a little bit differently. And there's a little bit of a different way in which I engage with people, and also in which I market with people or market to people. And so what I really need to do is I need to kind of go a little bit into spy mode, because I need to get an understanding of what other people are doing. Remember in the previous module, the previous episode, I said, don't reinvent the wheel. You don't need to do that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Instead, we need to deploy the highest level of learning that a human being can possess, which is modeling. See, modeling is looking at what others are doing and modeling what they do, which is the highest level of learning. The lowest level of learning is needing somebody to sit by you and tell you exactly what to do, which is why people who are in, manual labor, like factory worker, just stand here and pull this lever, those are typically the lowest paid jobs. Whereas the highest paid professions and careers are ones where we can look at other people and we can figure out what they're doing and we can do what they do. As a matter of fact, I taught myself, in a sense, through modeling other people, how to speak in front of public audiences at events. One of the core 4 business models. One of the ways that I did that was I actually went to and modeled by viewing and watching great speakers. I actually ponied up thousands and thousands of dollars to go to several different Tony Robbins events. Now, hate him or love him, the guy can command the attention of a room. And so I went to his events and I saw how he used his body language, how he moved around throughout the room, opposed to just staying in one spot, which for me, really helped with my anxiety of being there speaking in front of people, but also taught me how to engage people. I saw how he went and he would walk through the crowd and actually touch somebody on their shoulder, which humanized him more and made the audience feel more connected to him. And then I went in the next time I had a public speaking engagement, I was actually putting on an event. All kinds of people at the event said, man, Dave reminds me of Tony Robbins. Well, the reason why was because I went and I modeled him. That's all I did. I just went and I looked at how he spoke, at how he engaged the room, and then I sort of deployed similar strategies. I didn't do everything that he did, but I took bits and pieces and I made it my own. Similar to how an artist says, oh, well, I got the inspiration from this painting from this mountain range, right? Great art is usually inspired by other things that the artist saw. So as a marketer, sure, you're going into spy mode, but you're going into spy mode so you can model what other marketers are doing. If I decide, okay, I'm going to market on YouTube because I've proven that my target customer is there because other people are there and they're obviously already creating content in this niche and I have evidence that they're making money, then what I can do is I can go and model their style, the style in which they create content, the content topics. I can search their videos for most popular, which is one of the 3 ways that YouTube will allow you to search somebody's videos. Most recent, oldest, and most popular. I can model those most popular videos as the first videos that I create to try to get my channel up off the ground faster. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I don't have to reinvent the wheel in terms of choosing a target prospect in a niche. And I also don't have to reinvent the wheel in terms of finding where my target prospect hangs out, the water, right? So I need to pretty much determine if there's evidence of money being made also on these platforms. And obviously that's going to be a common theme. I said that in the last episode because it's important, right? We want to just make sure that there's evidence of money being made. So just keep that in your back pocket. Okay, let's get into some more nuts and bolts, some details. So where are they? Here's some questions that we can ask to help us get more clear. First and foremost, you want to go into spy mode and go research if these people actually exist anywhere. Are there products targeting those specific people on major affiliate networks like ClickBank, Max Bounty, JVZoo, Warrior Plus? Are they successful? If there are products in that product category or that niche, okay, targeting whoever your target prospect is, then you may be able to find successful affiliates that are promoting those products and be able to reverse engineer the quote-unquote body of water that they're promoting those products on: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So that's why those specific, and those are 4 rather popular, tried and true affiliate platforms that you can find lots of different products in lots of different niches to both promote, but also to do good research in. Now we get into these actual platforms. So are there other marketers and leaders who've already built audiences of those people in Facebook groups? Are there other marketers and leaders who've built audience of those specific people on Instagram? Are there other marketers and leaders who've already built audiences of those people on TikTok or YouTube? All right. And can you model what they're already doing and make it unique to you? Let me give you a quick example. All right, so here we are on Facebook. Awesome cat pic from one of my buddies there. And I'm going to go up here to the search box. This is not going to be rocket science. I'm just going to do a little reverse engineering. I'm just going to begin to do a little bit of research. So say that I'm thinking about going into the weight loss category, the niche, to sell people weight loss product? Well, I'm just going to begin to look at weight loss support group, okay? Weight loss and diet tips. Let me just type in weight loss. And what I want to do is I want to go here right away. I want to jump into the group section, all right? Because this is really where a lot of people congregate, and oftentimes affiliate marketers, one of the top strategies on Facebook is building Facebook communities, building groups. It's where you can sort of, I guess if I was to use the fishing example, get people sort of congregated in a very specific body of water within a larger body of water, right? So I've got clean eating recipes and support. I can join this group, okay? And I can hang out in this group for a couple of days, and I can research. I've got 160. So we already begin to see this is an angle maybe that a marketer could potentially be using to attract people into a group. Clean eating, recipes, and support. Okay, that makes sense, right? So let's back up. Let's go back to our results page here. And we've got, let's see, weight loss, just generic. Dad bod transformation, that's cool, right? That might be a marketer using a specific angle. Daily weight loss tips, 307,000 people on that, in that group. Weight loss support group, friendly and drama-free. Easy keto for beginners. So here's a group that maybe was more targeted towards weight loss / using keto to do it, right? Weight loss support group. Now, I can't guarantee that anybody in here is using direct response marketing strategies. Hopefully they are, because clearly this is a popular category and thing that people want to do. And it's clear that clearly people are interested in this on Facebook, right? So I can go through here and I can begin to join some of these groups and try to see what's going on, the activity, what people are saying, if there's any products in here that are being promoted. I mean, the activity in this particular group, Easy Keto for Beginners, 351,000 members. There was 899 new posts that were made today, 10,000 posts in the last month. So in terms of product research, there is an incredible amount of information that I can most likely gain just from that particular group. And not only about keto, but about understanding the vocabulary, the language. If we go back to the previous episode, if I want to understand better the language, right? The conversation, the stories, the struggles, this is a phenomenal place to do that. And I would even go as far as to say that Facebook groups, or any place that you could see a group, Reddit also is another fantastic place to go and to do research, right? Reddit has all these different groups, these communities of people who talk openly, and oftentimes they're even more open, vulnerable, transparent, because they feel like there's a layer of anonymity, because maybe they're not even showing their face, or they don't even use their real name, right? So you can really get some awesome research done about the vocabulary and the in the conversation. Look, I've got keto for beginners right here, 1.67 million people, okay, in this group. Another 800 posts today. All right, so I mean, keto seems to be kind of a popular topic in terms of the weight loss section. Let's go up here. This is one of the first topics that I started selling affiliate products in, is network marketing. So I was selling training to network marketers, all right? And look, 73,000 people in this one, 116,000 people, 111,000, 69,000, 40,000, right? So just tons of groups, probably tons of research, tons of information, and likely the answers that you're looking for in terms of Is this profitable? Is this niche profitable? Is there evidence of money being made? And is anybody actually using good strategies, good direct response marketing strategies that I could deploy, that I could borrow, that I could model, right? Here's one that's more geared towards women in network marketing, 26,000 members, okay? So again, pretty easy in affiliate marketing, selling courses, doing events. I mean, anything, diabetes, anything. This is just a great example of how to go in and sort of begin the process of doing the research. And now moving on, the question is, how can you improve what you see others already doing? Can you simplify the messaging or focus on one specific problem more precisely? Can you use your personal story to highlight how you solve the problem and create a bridge to what you're promoting? So that's the whole name of this game, is the research phase of going and looking at, and I've actually advised and recommended that you do this both in this episode and the previous. Go identify 5 marketers on at least 3 different platforms who've built audiences of those specific people that you're targeting. Because the question is, how can I do it not particularly better, but how can I do it different? You have to get out of this mindset of, oh, I'm not as good as them, or they do it better. No. That doesn't matter. How can you do it different? You just want to do it a little bit different. Your style of delivery, or the topic that you talk about, or the way you use your story, or the way that you structure the content that you create, sort of like a daytime show where they've got an intro and they've got right? There's ways that you can stand out and be unique, and you can even begin to probably see some of those marketers using their own unique approach as you begin to do your research, see what people are doing. And quite frankly, when you look at things through these marketing lenses, you really will probably be surprised at how your confidence will hopefully grow, because you'll realize that people are not doing anything that you can't do. I mean, half of the battle is just creating it. It reminds me of an old movie that Kevin Costner was in called Field of Dreams, and in it there was this saying, if you build it, they will come. And it was all about, building this baseball field, and these baseball players that were passed away would come. I can't remember the exact details of the plot, but that was the saying. And that saying almost became more popular than anything about the movie. If you build it, they will come. And it's true. If you build it and do it consistently, they will come. And a lot of times you can improve on it and tweak it and all that over time, but it's just about building it, creating the space, and they will come. It's like opening a restaurant. You're never going to sell any burgers unless you build it. But if you build it, they'll come, and then you can get feedback and tweak and improve as you go. All right, let's get even more specific. I want to give you feedback in specific direction and intel based on the state of the marketplace as of right now, as of you watching this particular episode in this course. I want to go through several of the top marketing platforms that you can market on, and I want to talk about some of the details and things that, if you were to ask me, okay, Dave, you've done your research, how would you evaluate these platforms? And hopefully it'll give you some direction in terms of where you might want to think about marketing at, and also things to look for, things to pay attention to. Now, I want you to continue to go through this fishing formula section, because later on I'm going to give you specific case studies. You're going to see examples of actual marketers using these strategies. So don't rush right out. Finish the course, because you're going to get a lot more value and a lot more pieces are going to fall together. But this is, again, me giving you intel so you can both have the intel but also see kind of how I think when I look at platforms. So let's start with one of the biggest, the 800-pound gorilla, which is Facebook. It's top rated for using direct marketing strategies to sell info products. It just is. It's been proven both in, free strategies and also paid marketing strategies, okay, like running ads and stuff on the platform. People are relaxed and they're in a passive scrolling and even a video watching mood when they're on the site. It's highly hypnotic and people lose track of time when they're on the site. You've probably done this before, right? Oh my God, where'd the time go? Like you pulled open your browser and Facebook called you, and all of a sudden 30 minutes later, you're like, where the hell did the time go? Therefore, people's buyer defenses are a little bit lower, right? Because it's a bit of a hypnotic experience, and people go there to escape. They go there to just, burn time. So their buyer defenses are a little bit lower, right? So that's why you hear so much hype about Facebook ads working and all this and quite frankly, as you'll see in later sections of this entire course, there's lots of amazing free strategies to market on Facebook. There's all age ranges and demographics on the site as well. It's not a B2B site. So it's not like LinkedIn where business owners are connecting with other business owners. So B2C is more promising, business to consumer. You're the business marketing directly to consumers, like people who are not really on the site to do business or be business owners or whatever. They're consumers. They're like walking through a mall. So you want to set your store, it's one of the reasons why, like for me, I've never done trade shows or whatever because, I don't need to go be around other businesses. I'm marketing information, products, and services to consumers. So I want to be in places where consumers are. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll talk more about that when I talk about Twitter and LinkedIn here in a moment. Video is not particularly a requirement for Facebook. It's a benefit. It can be a strong suit. You can upload videos, go live on the site, but you can also be successful without video. It's not a requirement. Okay. So top rated for both free and paid marketing strategies. All right. And again, we're going to go into specific campaigns and specifically how to use these sites in later episodes, but let's stay focused on understanding this phishing formula so you can use it and deploy it, and eventually it'll be second nature to you. You'll know all the things that you want to look for when you're launching a campaign. All right, TikTok. Proven strong to use direct response marketing strategies to sell info products. Content's easy to make, 15 and 60-second videos. Potential to go viral faster than anything ever. Extremely hypnotic, even more than Facebook. People lose track of time on the site. Therefore, buyer defenses are even lower, and it's not just for kids. All right. It's also not B2B, so B2C is more promising. Video is a requirement, although you can get started without even talking. You can do videos with text on the videos, but it's a requirement to be on video, right? To use video in some way, shape, or form. I love TikTok. It's been huge, all right? YouTube. Proven across many niches to use direct response marketing strategies to sell info products. So it's been around longer, so we have more evidence of it. Different marketers building channels in tons of different niches. Okay, you can also make money from the videos on YouTube themselves. YouTube will pay you if you get tons of views and you choose to run ads in your videos. The ad at the beginning of the video and so forth. Content is not easy to make, and competition is getting stronger, so the content just needs to deliver real value, right? Avoid the bait and switch type stuff to where you say you're going to deliver a solution or value, but then you just go into something else. Because YouTube will rank your videos based on how long people watch the video, similar to TikTok as well. So you want people to watch the video, so you want them to be valuable. You want the video to deliver what it says in the headline. Little easier to get people to watch a 15 or a 60-second video, but at the end of the day, just stay away from all bait and switch stuff. Like clickbaity bait and switch stuff, gimmicky stuff never lasts long term. YouTube is great for products that sell via sales videos. And why is that? Because they're already used to watching longer form videos. So it's not a big ask to ask them to sit in front of another 10, 15, 20-minute video if it's engaging and if it's super targeted. And usually it is, because people go to YouTube to search for solutions. So traffic is laser targeted and high quality. I love YouTube. YouTube has been proven. It's a long-term solution. It's evergreen, meaning that YouTube will continue to pump your videos in front of people on the suggested side over on the right after people get done watching a video. If that video is similar to a topic, another similar video on your channel, you could get a recommendation. And a lot of people have videos that continue to get views for months and years in the future because of that feature. It's really powerful, and it's not often that you can get those benefits, okay? Now let's move on. Instagram. If Facebook or even YouTube was the HSN, the home shopping network, Instagram is ETV, baby. Entertainment TV. Lots of selfies, filters, memes. It's a great place to show off or prove that you're a real person by posting behind the scenes pics of your life. But it's harder to connect, engage, and get the most bang for your buck, essentially, your kind of sweat equity even, because the platform lacks the one-on-one nature of Facebook, the evergreen nature of YouTube, and the viral algorithm of TikTok. I'm not saying Instagram doesn't have potential, but in terms of running campaigns like what we're talking about, it's in selling information products and using direct response marketing, it's not going to be the best use of your time. It's just not, at least not as of recording this video. Snapchat, same thing. Rarely hear of a successful affiliate campaign on here, open to be proven wrong, right? I mean, I only just experience and train, 7 to 10, 12,000, affiliates per month. So I see a lot, right? I'm being a little facetious here. I see a lot. I rarely see anybody using Snapchat. It's just the platform's designed to keep content private. Disappear after a direct message is sent and seen. Mostly kids trying to hide from their parents and big brands. TikTok really stole Snapchat's thunder, in my opinion. And then you've got Twitter. The demographic on Twitter is mostly corporate people, similar to LinkedIn, which is great for B2B type marketing, networking, but less powerful for B2C when you're selling directly to the consumer. I'm not saying it's not possible, but Twitter has become the place really to follow celebs, politicians, and get breaking news even before it hits the mainstream media. So where would I start? Where would I focus? And where do we really focus with our students? Those top three, right? Facebook, TikTok right now, YouTube. And we can hit with those strategies, both written content and also video content. And later on in this course, again, we're going to give you those specific campaigns for you to deploy when you're absolutely clear on your niche, okay? You need to continue going through this fishing formula, and in the next section, we are going to talk about chum. How can I go on this, in that water, that body of water, that platform that I've chosen, and how can I get those people now to come to my boat? I'll show you how. I'll see you in the next video.